Cancer, you are up for the June Tarot General Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, this is the general reading for June. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Also, if it doesn't resonate, I'm still doing a love reading for June and I'm doing a money reading for June. So keep that in mind too. So maybe one of those will resonate if this one doesn't. Now, for the pre-shuffle energy, manifestation is happening. Prosperity is in the process of happening if it hasn't already happened. But one thing that came out during the pre-shuffle was about guardians from one of my oracle decks. And it was saying that you may need to be aware of certain things. The energy that I picked up is that as this prosperity kicks in, as this glow up, I guess you could say, happens, or if it's already happened for some of you, even you're protected. However, even though you're protected, you still need to beware of people. You need to be mindful of who you let into your energy. Again, as I always say, I'm not saying be paranoid. I'm just saying be mindful. We have a sick, because I'm a Cancer too. So yeah, and also happy birthday to all the June Cancers out there as well, like me, because I'm in the June. We usually, our spidey sense usually, goes off when something is going on. And sometimes we'll ignore it and we'll be like, oh, it should be okay or whatever. If your spidey sense is going off about something or someone that's coming into your energy or attempting to, make their way into your energy, listen to your spidey sense, because it's telling you, hey, you may not want to have this person or this around you. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into this. I have 2 oracle decks and 2 tarot decks. I'm just going to go where the energy leads and do that. Also, another thing too, some of you may have not been dating or may have not been physical with others, if you know what I mean. And now that is something that will probably be on the table in June with the dating or just getting physical. So just throwing it out there. All right, may I have the energy for Cancer for the month of June 2022. Energy for Cancer for June. Energy for Cancer for June. What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear in regards to the energy for June? What is it that Cancer needs to hear in regards to the energy for June? May I have some cards, please? Whoa, that jumped out. Wow, okay. May I have another card, please? Something's telling me to take both of these. So, oh, it's 4. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? Solar portal, being center, balancing power, and also manipulation as well. So solar portal at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what these 4 cards are. I like this. Okay, so the first card that came out is trust. Overcoming doubts, insecurities, patience, trust. It's interesting. I was watching a reading either yesterday or day before yesterday. And one thing that she was saying during the reading, I think it was Secret Shaman Oracles. Yeah, it was Secret Shaman Oracles. You ought to check her out. She's really, really good. And one of the cards that came out in the Oracle deck was you prayed, so now it's time for you to get out of the way. And for some of us, we have these doubts, like okay, we pray, but we're not seeing anything happen when we think it should happen, when really it's all in divine timing. And this is saying trust. So you're going to have to trust the process. For some of you, you may feel like something isn't happening fast enough, but I can tell you that it is. Again, manifestation came out during the pre-shuffle. So you're going to have to trust. The other card that came out is exiled. It says, illusion of separation, disconnect, isolation. So, illusion of separation, disconnect, isolation. Some of you might need some time alone. Others of you might feel like you have been shut out of something. But I feel like that's more of a perspective thing as well. But honestly, being alone at times is good, so you can get your thoughts together. The third card is exploration, boldness, unknown, limitless, exploration. I also feel that there's a lot of information gathering going on. There's information gathering going on, exploration. So you know what move you want to make next. And then, obviously, I like how this card follows exploration. The fourth card is awakening, ancient knowledge, memories, connection, awakening. Which, if you're exploring something, whether you're doing internal exploration, where you're exploring your mind, you're meditating, you're doing the things that you need to do, or you're doing outside exploration, where you're just going to new places and doing new things, gathering that type of information can bring about an awakening, is what it can do. And I feel for some of you, that is the case. The exploration will lead to an awakening. For others of you, you are already awakening to whatever it is that you need to know. So we have those 4 cards. All right. Use my other deck right quick. Energy for Cancer for June 2022. Energy for Cancer for June. Energy for Cancer for June. What is it that Cancer needs to hear? 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 And something is telling me too, as you continue to awaken, more stuff will happen with the manifestation. It's almost like they have to go hand in hand. It's like you can't have one without the other. You can't have the manifestation without the awakening. And you can't have the awakening without the manifestation. I feel like they have to go hand in hand on whatever journey that you're going on. May I have some cards, please, for Cancer? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? Thank you. May I have another card, please? May I have another card, please? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? Thank you. Oh, okay. All right. So the card that came out is no. It's a hard no. But guess what? There's something better. So for some of you, what's at the bottom of the deck? If you believe, Gemini got this. If you believe, at the bottom of the deck. Cancer, there may be something on your radar that you're like, oh, I really, really need this. But the universe is saying no. No, you don't. And the reason you don't need it, there's something better. That's why. The universe, it's almost like not everything that glitters is gold. You know all the sayings, not everything that glitters is gold. Smell the perfume, don't drink it. Pretty is as pretty does, and sometimes pretty can be pretty ugly. So there may be something on your radar that you're like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this. And I need it now. And the universe is like, no, there's something better. Trust the universe. You're attempting, and it's going back to what I was saying earlier with getting out of the way. For some of you, you may have prayed for something, and this is going to the trust card again. You may have prayed for something, and you're like, why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening now? I need this now. But the universe is like, no, you don't. You don't need it right now. Because there's something better. So you're going to have to trust the universe when it's saying that there's something better. And I'm more than likely going to title this that. There's something better is what this is. Let me get some tarot cards right quick. Energy for Cancer for June 2022. Energy for Cancer for June. Energy for Cancer for June. Energy for Cancer for June. What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? Energy for Cancer for June. May I have some cards, please? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? Thank you. What is it? Thank you. What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? Whoa, that jumped. Okay. What is it that Cancer needs to hear? Thank you. All right, let's see where we're at on this. Three of Pentacles. There may be something where you have to work with other people. Also, this is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Also, Three of Pentacles can deal with contracts too. Some of you might be signing a contract in June. Keep that in mind. That may be going on. Three of Swords. So we have another three. Some of you, going back to the isolation exiled, some of you may have found some hurt in dealing with a group setting or something in regards to an agreement that you were in. So that may have happened as well. Also, we have Seven of Wands. So this is you having the high ground. Whatever situation happened that caused this Three of Swords energy, you had the high ground. You were in the right. And if it hasn't happened yet and it does happen, you will be in the right on this. And you will be able to defend your position. It's going to cause a Tower moment where it's going to be shocking. Is what it will be. But again, you will be in the right. There is more than likely, and this is going back to what I said before about you being protected and being careful who you let into your energy. This is Seven of Swords energy. There may be some type of deception around you that you finally had to nip in the bud. I feel for some of you because 3 plus 7 is 10, which is the end of a cycle. Some of you may, like I said, already been aware of this, and now it's time to nip it in the bud. It is what's happening, and bring it to an end. And because you're bringing a certain relationship to an end that is causing you heartache, pain, or maybe costing you money dealing with a certain group, you're nipping it in the bud. You may be sad about it, but guess what? There's something better. If this is in regards to friends, there's a better group of friends out there. There isn't a need to work this out. If it's in regards to a job, it's a better job out there. So, regardless, there's going to be something better, and you are in the right with the Seven of Wands here. What's at the bottom of the deck? Because I didn't check that. The Empress. Empress is at the bottom of the deck, which, just so you know, and I mentioned this before, Empress is the mother of the tarot deck. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. And I always say, because the reason they say Libra and Taurus is Empress energy is because Empress is Venus energy, which rules Libra and Taurus. But again, Empress is the mother of the tarot deck. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. Also, Cancer is about fertility. Cancer is about creativity. The same thing as the Empress. So I say, and other tarot readers have said too, Empress energy is Libra, Taurus, and Cancer as well. So I feel Cancer, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female. This is you being in your energy. And Empress energy is an energy that not everyone is allowed to be in. I've mentioned this before in previous readings. Not everyone can sit with the Empress. People just can't show up and say, hey, I want to have lunch with the Empress. No, they're going to have to go through a process to get to the Empress. And for some of you, you have been in relationships or what have you, where, don't forget, this Pentacles is about the 3D, where things have affected your happiness as related to your material world, your abundance, which is Empress energy. And also the Knight of Wands is under the Empress. So for that, you may have been dealing with some people that are inconsistent. And right under the Knight of Wands is the Four of Pentacles. So you're holding back is what you're doing. This could be in love. This could be in friendship. This could be in whatever. But you're holding back. And some of you, it may be throwing you off because your natural position is you want to be giving to people. So holding back is a little bit different. But now that you're holding back and you may be having reservations about that, you have the high ground. And there's no need to restart relationships with people who are inconsistent. The reason is because there's something better for you. You just have to trust. Also, going back to the exiled, you may have exiled some people, is what may have happened. You may have said, I can't deal with you anymore. You realized there's something better for you. You raised your standards, is what you did, because you realized that you're the Empress. The Empress does not have low standards. The Empress knows there's something better. So yeah, that's what's going on. And also, if you believe, is at the bottom of the Angel Oracle deck. If you believe. So whatever you're manifesting, if it hasn't happened yet, you have to believe that it will happen. If it's a new job, if it's new friends, if it's a new home, if it's a new car, if it's a better relationship with family, if it's marriage, whatever it is, you have to believe it. You have to believe what you're attempting to manifest. Regardless, you're being told there's something better. Don't settle for anything. Nor should you, because you're the Empress. All right, that is your reading. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, Cancer, be blessed.